Hey everybody, welcome to BunzStavi Media. This is Stavi talking to you. Thank you so much for checking out this podcast today. You're about to hear a really cool interview with a really cool band called Sorority Noise. The guys in Sorority Noise were kind enough to sit down with me and do a pretty lengthy interview before their show in Cleveland while on tour with Knucklepuck this fall. Thank you again to them. They were really cool to talk to and did a really wonderful interview for BunzStavi. Before we jump into the podcast though, I want to say a special thank you to Punk Talks. Punk Talks is free mental health assistance for touring musicians and industry workers. She goes out and gives free mental health assistance to touring musicians, and that's just a wonderful thing to do. And I just wanted to say thank you to her because she helped me set up this interview with Sorority Noise. If you like what you hear today, make sure you like this video, comment on it, and subscribe to us so you can continue to check out interviews that we do in the future along with just our regular BunzStavi podcast that we do. Also check out Sorority Noise on social media. Both their albums, Forgettable and Joy Departed, are available to stream right now on Spotify. But I think that's enough rambling from me. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this awesome interview with Sorority Noise. Hey guys, it's Stavi from BunzStavi Media, and I'm chilling in Sorority Noise's van with them right now, and it's really cool. I'm with Cam, Ryan, and Adam, if you guys want to say hi so they know your voices.
Hi, this is Cam.
This is Ryan.
And this is Adam.
Alright, thanks guys. That's the first question I had. How did you guys start Sorority Noise? Because I know you played in different bands, and I know you're the only one originally left Sorority Noise.
The band started 2013, 2 years ago now?
I think so.
September 2013. I wanted to start a band that wasn't Screamo, and I had written some songs, and so I called up my two favorite lads that I knew specifically not as Screamo musicians, Jason and Kevin, and we started jamming, and then we played a show, and then we recorded music, and then we played 3 shows before we recorded anything, which was super tight. Mm-hmm. Were you there for that show? We played it the Threes.
Played a show in the
Oh, you don't remember that?
That's
Dude,
so
when we
sick.
finished, so we recorded the first EP, and as soon as we finished vocals, we were all sloshed. And we were like, let's go to the party on campus. Jason just screaming Sorority Noise at the top of his lungs.
Yeah.
Because that was the era in which that was hilarious to do. And so we went to this party, and there were instruments, I think Fibs played or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds
And then we were like, yo, can we play? And they were like, sure. So we played Queen Anne's Lace, Shrill, and something else. It was not good. No, that was cool. It was much better than the show we played at our house.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That was a bad show.
But yeah, and then the band. What if I just went on for an hour and a half, about the lineage of until your phone battery dies, all is lost.
There.
I have a backup
and then,
battery.
We played a lot. We wrote some more music. We recorded Forgettable. Mm-hmm. We toured with Mobo, and that's when Adam joined. Adam and I lived together in Connecticut for 2 beautiful years.
Was that the
Hotelier,
Oh, okay.
Modern Baseball, Tiny Moving Parts, us tour.
I saw you guys back in I want to say May when you guys played with the Super Weeks and
Oh,
Clay
yeah.
and Mobo.
That was great too. Toured with them a lot. But yeah, and then we did that tour. Then we did a tour with Pine Grove in the next fall because all summer I was touring with Old Gray. Mm-hmm. And then was the question even this long?
No, it's just the origin story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, convoluted origin.
And then Kevin and Jason were like, we just have to do other things. And they started a band called Queen Moo, which Adam played drums in. It's fucking awesome. And then we played a set at Fest because they had quit 2 weeks before, right after the tour we did Pine Grove, and we needed someone to play bass, and Ryan's really good at bass, so I called Ryan and asked him to learn the parts after he had called. Was it before or after you had called us to learn?
Simultaneous.
Yeah, I guess Ryan joined the band via us,
Rage Against the
Adam and I
Machine
fronting a
cover
Rage Against the Machine cover set he was involved in, and him learning the bass lines to a Sorority Noise set. And then Ryan was born in, and Charlie was in the band, but didn't know he was in the band till March. And then we had our friends Eric and we had a lot of people fill in throughout, but then we recorded Joy Departed, and we haven't played with a different lineup since, right? Yeah, it's just
Except for Andy.
Andy
Oh,
really,
yeah,
the
Andy
bassist of You Blew It. Our friend Andy had to fill in for Ryan because he was in Europe with Prawn, but yeah, that's how we got here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Charlie played in Old Grey with me. Ryan plays in Prawn. Adam plays in Real Life Parody and Rock Band.
Rock Band. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Adam is in a band called Rock Band.
It's not actually called Rock Band.
Do you have a band name yet?
No.
So it's just
It's
been referred to as Rock Band for like a year.
Yeah.
And they have like a
The
full album.
musical act formerly known as Rock Band.
I mean, it works. Like,
Yeah. They all played like PS3 controllers.
No. That'd be sick, though. We probably should.
Shout out to Leif Ellis, my boss at the University of Hartford, for putting a MIDI controller in his guitar. Pretty
Cheers.
sick. Good on you, Leif.
That is some pretty good stuff.
He's a really cool dude.
I was watching an interview with you before, like, today, and you said something about, like, you were taking a law exam, and, like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
were like, I had to rip out the second page and
remember that?
try
That
to
was
sneak out.
Was that, which show, was that that wasn't CMJ, was it?
No, that was Shea Stadium with Pine Grove.
Oh, okay, that was
Right?
that tour.
And Toll
yeah.
Slam played. Yeah, and then
It's an awesome venue.
it was great. I love it there. So, yeah, I had to take this test, and it was taking a long time, and I am usually the one that's like, wake up, we have to go to this place. Hey, Charlie, we get to the show at 5, but we really shouldn't be at the show till like 7. I'm just like always trying to make sure people are at places on time, so I feel really awful when I'm not on time. So I was taking this law exam, and I thought it was going to be at the beginning of the class, and then I could leave when they were going over stuff, but he moved to the end of the class because he wanted to go over some stuff. So yeah, I only had time to fill out one of the pages, and I ripped the second one off and put it in my pocket to act like I didn't get a second page. And just handed in the one page because that was all I could think of. Because we showed up at the Shea Stadium and played almost immediately.
Yeah.
That happened.
Then that probably could have maybe worked in any class, like except for a law class taught by a real lawyer.
Yeah.
Brian, my dude, he was chill. He's a chiller. He's the man. But yeah,
Did he let that one slide? Or?
nah,
I don't remember it going over
didn't
well.
go well.
Oh, shit.
Well.
That sucks.
It's chill.
You
it's
tried.
chill.
You tried.
It's chill. You got to the gig. You got to the Greek.
Of course, I have to ask, like, how's the tour been going? Like, Knuckle Puck is, like, growing pretty fast and, like, in popularity. Are you guys getting, like, really good crowd responses and shit?
Yeah, it's been great.
So.
It's cool. It's not necessarily not necessarily. I mean, like, we haven't headlined a tour yet, so we're constantly playing for a fan base that already exists, and you know, some of them may enjoy it, but some people maybe just been there to see Knuckle Puck, see where I head north, and that's totally okay. But it's been really fun. I like playing for people that may have never heard us before, because it is. We move around a lot, and I love playing music, so if people can take something away from that, then that's positive, but if not, then totally understandable. I've seen a lot of bands that I just don't enjoy. Y'all, how do you...
Yeah, I mean, I think exposure to the new audience is always like a fun challenge to work around, especially when we don't quite fit in the like same realm as a lot of these bands. Like having done like the older crowd pop punk tours with like Motion City Soundtrack, and I guess just what would you categorize? Just rock tours.
Yeah.
Like You Blew It and like
The
Microwave
Weeks.
and everything and the Weeks. So it's like
Super Weeks.
yeah, it's just like this is definitely like a younger and a like somewhat impressionable crowd. So it's like to play to that is interesting to see like what works in actually like, you know, putting on a live show that will like get people hooked.
Yeah, we change our set list almost every night too, just because it's easier for us to like kind of play with more organic feel, I guess, kind of being on.
It just stops things from getting stale,
Yeah.
which is like really important, especially like we've been on the road now for almost 40 days,
Yeah.
and it's just like
I still
if
can't-
we were playing the same set every night, like I don't like that would just be hard for us because we all we have so much music and we put so much into it that if we were doing the same thing every night, it would just
I could only
be
assume
too
that would get,
regimental.
like, monotonous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
That's kind of how, like, I found out about you guys. Like, I had looked into you. I don't think Joy Departed was out yet when I saw you guys with Mobo. So I listened to Forgettable, that's right. I didn't want to mess it up.
Dude, no worries.
I listened to it, like, once or twice just while I was, like, drawing or whatever. I just play it in the background, and I really dug it. I remember I was listening to it, and Blonde Hair, Black Lungs came on, and everything's kind of, like, chill on that album, like, not, like, super aggressive, and then, like, the end of that song was, like, just yelling, and I was like, oh, shit, these guys are fucking awesome. And then, like, we saw you guys live, and then from there I was like, oh shit, these guys are awesome. I actually, like, bought a copy of, like, Joy Departed and Forgettable
damn.
and stuff, and I was
Thank you
like,
so
damn,
much,
these guys are
man.
awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
But, I mean, if you guys are, like, just trying to, like, play it, like, when people are here, like, that aren't, necessarily your audience or don't know about you, I think you guys, at least for me, and, like, my 4 friends that were at that concert with us, immediately, like, we're hooked into Sorority Noise.
yeah.
We're like, man, this is interesting. It's different than, like, everything else, and it's, like, a younger type
Yeah.
thing. And it's not exactly pop punk, but it's, like, other things, too.
Damn, thank you. Yeah, it's
So-
it's an interesting parallel. Playing, music is our life. Not our life, but it's what we do, and for the past 40 days, it's what we've been doing. And the kind of, like, difference between what setlist has worked in terms of, like, people responding positively versus what setlist works in terms of us getting an emotional response out of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, I had a good talk a while ago with my friend Sam, who plays in a band called Radiator Hospital, specifically about playing songs that you think an audience might enjoy, and he was very, like, this is my music, like, this is for me, and this is, like, I'm not going to play a song that I don't feel like playing, like, you know what I mean, despite its popularity or despite the music is first and foremost a release for yourself, but you also have to understand that if you can play the right order of songs, you may pick up 3 or 4 more fans that may buy a t-shirt somewhere and help you get gas at some point. So it's a really weird thing to think about, and I don't think we try and think about that too often. We just constantly playing different songs and doing different things, and it's like kind of just like doing it for what we like to do, and if other people take something away, then that's the more the better.
Yeah, and I think it also just happens to directly correlate, where if we're playing music that we're, like, fully invested in, like, mentally and emotionally, it just ends up where we put on a better performance because we're really enjoying it, we're really getting something out of it, and then that warrants a response from the audience, and they appreciate that we're putting ourselves out there. So we've never really thought about, like, oh, you know what, we should really, like, play this song because, people like it, and, like, if they don't hear it, like, they'll be pissed off. It's like, no, we play our songs because we want to hear them, and we need to get our own, emotional and mental connection happening with the music, and then it just happens to work out where the audience also feels that and really connects with it.
Or not, just thinks we're a bunch of posers.
Or they think we're a bunch of posers, which,
You are, really.
To each his own.
Feel how they will.
That's funny. Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys, since, like, I had known, like, you guys have had several different lineups and stuff. When
My favorite lineup? Well,
I was actually gonna ask, like, between writing Forgettable and Joy Departed, was there, like, a different feel to it with, like, different bandmates throughout time, or are you, like...
10,000%.
totally. Yeah, with Forgettable was really just... I had some songs I'd written on an acoustic guitar, played with Jason and Kevin. They played exactly what I hoped they would play over them, and we just kind of recorded it and put it out. And then with this record, was the first time I ever kind of was open to criticism on my song I was writing, and so it was like, works better. We're like, these songs. It was the first time I saw songs take a shape that I didn't expect them to take, or or do something that I was, like, very excited that I didn't have the brain to do that. Like, very excited that you can see the 4 parts or the whole. Like, it's not just one. So yeah, definitely. I mean, Ryan and Charlie and I have a deep roots in we love post rock. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to say something really witty. I said throws and cusp on stage last night, and I couldn't think of something there. But yeah, and then Adam is just like this shredder, like, truly.
Just the shredder.
That's me.
He's Italian.
Well, that's the thing. The reason I joined the band was to play guitar solos. That's what I was asked to do. They were like, "Hey, do you want to play in the band?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm kind of working on some other stuff." And they're like, "Well, you can just play guitar solos all the time." And I was like, "That sounds sick." And then I joined the band. So, like,
it's been exactly that.
I absolutely hold my title of shredder with pride. So I don't mind.
No, Adam's also, like, plays the piano in any keys really on any record we have. He's an upright bass player too, so it's like he kind of fills out all the holes, and
creates his own holes and fills those as well. Just always filling holes, really. Just so many holes unfilled that Adam needs to fill for the band. And, yep.
I'm the Timbits to your Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
I've seen like videos people post like on Twitter and stuff after the show, and you fucking shred, dude. Like it's impressive.
Thanks,
like
man.
being like, I have like a kind of band, and like we think we're okay when we write solos and stuff, and then I'll like show the guys that, and then they'll be like, fuck, like he's good. Look at him go.
man.
Not to be like, you know, kind of like, here's a bunch of compliments, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
it's cool.
Like I
Thank
said,
you.
I'm pretty-
Pentatonic School of Rock, baby.
That's me.
What
Pinch harmonics.
The pinch.
Oh,
I don't play enough pinch harmonics. That's gonna change.
You need odds. You play 4 squealies tonight.
Odd. All right. 1 and 5.
1, 2, 3.
3. Yes.
Nice.
I have no idea what just happened.
It's way honestly, it's better you.
Okay, that's fair. A couple questions that we ask like every band that are just kind of like, we ask like sillier questions because, you know, it's not as fun just to be like, well, question answer, and then have like simple questions that are repeated by like every interviewer or whatever. So one question Bunz, the other guy in my podcast, came up with was, what's like the worst state to drive through?
Kansas?
I was gonna say Texas.
Texas is the
Potentially Michigan.
scariest.
Is that Dirty Ickies?
That is Dirty Ickes. That is the Dirty Ickes.
What's up, man?
Yeah, maybe Michigan.
What's up, dude?
Because of the
you doing?
rapidly changing weather.
What?
What's up, friends? Hello.
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
remember you.
I'm Will. I'm recording a podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're totally cool,
hi,
dude.
dude.
My backpack.
Join in.
My
What?
backpack is.
Is it this
Right
one?
here.
It's kind of heavy.
The worst state to drive through.
I just don't like being in Texas and driving.
Wyoming's kind of scary just because there's
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, that's not to say that you didn't sleep the entire drive from Denver to Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah, I
Wyoming
slept the
is
whole.
fine.
Like I'm fine with. I sleep right here on the floor of the van
Damn.
because I can't do a lot of driving because I just tend to fall asleep behind the wheel. So it's just safer for me to just
Tendency
crawl
to
into
sleep
this
while
like
driving.
little hole, and just not contribute at all.
No, worst state. I'd stick with the Texas. Louisiana, we got caught on the road for a while.
Yeah, but I mean that's not. the
Yeah, that was
state.
That's
circumstantial.
happenstance.
Michigan's like rapidly shifting weather that makes it terrifying.
Yeah.
It's totally the state's
Wyoming, there's
fault.
also all the hills and stuff too. That's what I was thinking.
Definitely gonna stick with Kansas on this one though,
Alright.
because
It's because
I'll
you
back
did
that.
that overnight
it's
drive.
just straight. It's just flat.
It's just nothing.
It's just straight and
I'm gonna
flat.
say
There's one road and it
Texas.
just goes all the way across, right to left.
I mean, there's a difference between worst state to drive through and like state I want at least to get abandoned in. Like that's like
True.
New Mexico.
I feel like that would be really scary.
I
I
just
feel
don't.
like you can make a new living in.
Yeah, but I feel like,
like
any other place I could get
Albuquerque
back to my present living. I feel like New Mexico, I have to make a new living.
Hey, they have a sky harbor. You can get wherever you gotta go from their sky harbor.
Yeah, but there you go. There's an answer.
Yeah.
You can eat tacos out of Frito bags in
We have that
New
here.
Mexico. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's always a good time.
So it's not that different.
That question came up because when we went to New York to see the Lamo showcase, we were driving through Pennsylvania, and like none of us had ever been on a road trip. Like we're all like 18, 19, so we're like driving through Pennsylvania, and that's really the only state we ever drove through. And we are like, damn, this state's long. But I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that
Definitely
bad.
I actually like the PA drive. Like we played a show with Balance and Composure at Penn State, and like it's
you
like
slept the whole time,
Yeah.
dude. You can't talk about these drives because you just
It's a
sleep
good
the
drive.
whole time.
I like it.
I really enjoyed Pennsylvania's like scenery because it's like it's really like hilly and there's like cool, and it was like right
Are
when
you about to be on
fall.
the phone?
No.
Okay.
No, the screen protector is just wearing off, so there's a flange that I haven't been able to stop playing with.
Yeah, there you go.
Right on, man. And then the other question before like my last question, the same day like I found out about you guys, this first time I saw you live was like the first time I met the Punk Talks type thing too, and as a person that's always kind of had issues with mental health and stuff, I know you guys are like open talking about it and stuff. I know like Cam, you've talked about it at shows and stuff, and I've seen you tweet about it a lot.
Definitely.
And like, what makes you want to like talk about it so much? I mean, I understand. Like, I love that you talk about it because I don't think enough people talk about it.
There's like a really blunt answer, and then there's like a really like long-winded answer. I've had a lot of friends commit suicide this summer, two leading into our touring and two while I've been on tours. And to know that I didn't get to talk to them or get to hear their side and tell them my side of why or why not they should have done what they did is really unsettling, and it kind of just like inspired this, like, if I want to talk to as many people as I can. Like, I can't afford, I know it's not going to help everyone, but if it can help a few people, like, it's important to me to be able to spread and let people know they're not alone, because I didn't get to tell so many of my friends that when they needed it most.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's always like I was really worried about asking that question, because I know like some people are really down to talk about it, other people are like more like conservative about talking about it and stuff.
It's important to talk about, and the answer is an answer. So yeah, that's.
I lost my aunt like a month ago because of suicide. So because of depression and stuff. Not to put like a huge damper on the conversation, but I definitely wanted to make sure I brought that up. And I know like you guys work closely with like Punk Talks, and she comes to a lot of your shows and stuff.
If you lose someone, you gotta put them on your side. You can't. The best way to deal with something like that, because it's completely out of your control. But if you just like know that like you're doing the things you're doing in your life with them on your side, and they're watching you and kind of living vicariously through it, it's a better way to think of it than living in a state of mourning for an extended amount of time. Just know that they're there for you forever, and they're gonna like help you with what you're going on, and that's how I've always kind of helped myself get through to that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you. I didn't want to like dwell on that too much,
Of
you know.
course. No worries.
But and then the last question we have is like a total turnaround. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous question, but we ask everybody it. When you make spaghetti, do you crack your noodles in half and then boil them, or do you just boil them straight up?
Okay, well,
Definitely boil them straight up. But
Well,
like,
it
we put
depends
them in,
on how
let them
big the
soften,
pot-
and then stir it.
yeah,
I don't
it
have the
depends
patience
how
for that. I'm a snap in half, throw them in there.
I know he's a snap in half guy
But then
because
you
I
can't-
picked up so many half pieces of spaghetti off of
Yo,
the kitchen
Adam,
floor
how do
before.
you-
And then you can't twirl it as effectively.
You don't care about the twirl. I just put butter on it, man. It's sad. It's
You
sad
can't even put
spaghetti.
butter on that.
No, Earth Balance. You
Oil.
like Earth Balance? You've tried it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
It's oil based.
it's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a break in half type person. I've been there though. I've totally like, if I have the time.
Yeah.
If I'm like I have nothing else going on, I'm gonna really set
it's
some
definitely
time.
a time-based
But it's like
thing.
if I've been in school for like 12 hours, I come home and the first thing that's looking at me is some angel hair pasta. You know I'm cracking that stuff in half. Actually, not angel hair. Angel hair would definitely let sink in.
Yeah,
But like a vermicelli or like a
linguine.
A linguine, yeah. I would crack in half.
Fair.
Yeah, that's totally just like a ridiculous question we ask everybody.
No, that's a fair.
When I asked the Super Week set, they went in like a 20-minute talk about pasta, and I was like, Jesus, I was not
Oh
expecting
yeah,
this at all.
they love to cook together.
Right? I
They
noticed that like
they bring
fast.
what they like to do
Hello.
on tour is they take
Doing a podcast,
just
Charlie.
like, oh, say hi to Charlie, everybody.
Hey,
Charlie.
When they're on tour, they like to buy a whole bag of potatoes and a bag of salad, and that's what they sustain their whole band off of for like a night for dinner. Like they just eat a whole bag of potatoes and a whole bag of salad,
Jesus.
and like that's just what they do.
This is what they do. Eat that wonton soup.
That's them.
That sounds like it would just be terrible.
If you can make it work,
Yeah, I mean they love
it's
it.
cheap. It's the camaraderie of the potato.
We wouldn't do that. We have so many people who wanted to prepare a potato differently. And so
Yeah.
many people giving different explanations on why their potato is the best way to be cooked.
Well, yeah,
And then no one would make any potatoes when we go to an Arby's.
Right. Yeah, that's the
French
thing.
dip
Like
and
we're all
slice all around.
very invested in our food and very particular about how our food is prepared.
Ryan loves encased meats. Adam really,
And
honestly,
seafood.
I thought Adam had a high taste. I realized he just likes the popular taste. He actually has no taste for himself, considering what you put on a burrito.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's wrong with my burritos?
We were talking about your burrito, right? I thought that was a conversation.
hold on. I didn't hear about this. What's up with my burrito?
I heard
What's
you were
on your
underwhelmed
burrito?
with your Anna's burrito, and I think it's just because you messed up.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like very hungry, and I walked in, and I was just like, I need this food right now.
and
I
just
did.
look at a menu and you panic.
And I was just
I
like,
understand.
because, I didn't know that quesadilla there meant like this crazy like deep fried burrito.
He told
nonsense.
you.
Okay, when I read quesadilla, I think like normal
of course,
quesadilla.
you don't think. Yeah,
And I was very, very hungry, and I made it. I made a mistake, and I
Well, you know,
and
it
I
just-
wasn't happy with my choice.
But
I'm not
hey,
gonna lie to
one
you.
of those. It just all comes down to like a burrito can't just be a giant pile of meat and a giant pile of rice. Like Chipotle just really fucks it up by wanting to
I put a
give the
bunch of shit on my
consumers an
burrito.
experience they think is like.
Did you
the
think I
best.
just put meat and rice on my burrito?
No, not.
Okay.
It's just that the portions are very like slim at Anna's.
Yeah.
Per thing because they just try to balance it.
Yeah,
rather
which
than,
is
like,
nice.
Yeah. It's,
I don't know why I'm getting my burrito
I think
taste
it's just
attacked
because
upon, and I'm kind of offended.
the term or like the phrase like Adam would just be a lot happier if he had like a nice big burrito from Chipotle right now.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, look at like Chipotle's style versus like
Then
this style.
naturally, him and Nick
I
just
don't-
went into a deep discussion on
Chipotle's like very okay.
Chipotle.
I'm not about
Where's your favorite
Chipotle.
burrito?
My favorite burrito
Yeah, what-
that I've ever had, Estrada's in the Bronx.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
that
fucking
burrito I had
awesome.
in Jacksonville was so good.
Oh wait,
The burrito gallery in Jacksonville?
that was a very good
yes.
burrito. Also, one of my favorite burritos, the burrito at Fest that I can never remember the name of the
Oh,
place.
they have like the mango siracha salsa?
Yep, that place.
Yeah,
Never
what's it
remember
called?
the name of that place. Can't do it. I know it's.
Have
I
you had
know it's
Honest
like,
Tom's in Philly yet?
Yes, Honest Tom's is also
I
great.
think it's too hyped.
It's definitely overhyped. It's good.
The
but,
sweet
like, it's
potato
good.
Mm.
burrito, I could use a little more crispiness on the sweet potato.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's like
they
a
don't-
creamy sweet potato.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
the
wow,
thing. I think
ugh.
they only. I
Because I've had like a
I don't think
crispy
they, like, fry them.
miso sweet potato thing at Boloco, but
This question was about
Boloco
spaghetti.
is terrible. I'm not about
No,
Boloco at
come
all.
on,
No,
dude.
it's-
Boloco is
What
so
the fuck
good.
is a teriyaki burrito? Get that
they're
shit
wraps,
out
not
of here.
burritos. They never have even. Okay, they have used the term burrito, but they have burritos and then they have wraps.
They have that. Okay, they have that
It's
Nutella
like they have
milkshake.
milkshakes too, but those aren't burritos.
They got the strawberry banana
I
milkshake.
don't know, man.
No, the strawberry banana smoothie.
Call up
Drunk
Kevin and
Elvis.
Jason's. They'll vouch about Estrada's.
Oh, that
for
was the
me.
place we went to. The
Yeah.
Fish tacos.
Yeah, that was with the best fish taco they've
I mean,
ever
okay,
had.
I guess what this is. I'm a vegan, so I don't really get to eat many of the things that
Okay.
we eat on these tours. Charlie just likes
Sustenance?
chips.
Chips.
No,
No, I don't.
he's pretty all over the place.
Yeah, Charlie doesn't.
And I've
really
never really seen him super satisfied. He really liked the hot dog today.
He did like the. We all like the hot dogs. We're very heavy from the hot dogs, but like they were very good.
We went to Happy Dog.
I have no idea what that is.
You live in
You should go
Cleveland.
there.
You should go there.
I
It's
don't.
great.
I actually don't live here.
Oh.
I live about an hour south of here.
Oh dang.
I live like smack dab between Cleveland and Columbus.
Oh, word.
So I kind of have access to like go to a bunch of shows and stuff, which is cool. But
Wait, so
Well, you should definitely go to Happy Dog then.
I'll have to find
what does
it.
Charlie really like? Red Bull?
Charlie
that-
loves Red
I
Bull.
also
Yeah.
love Red Bull. I can vouch for that being an awesome choice. Except it's terrible for you. They say.
It's so bad for you.
What?
He's pretty complacent with things.
As long as he gets food when he needs food, I think that's pretty much all it is.
It's
Yeah.
more about timing rather
Yeah,
than like,
yeah, exactly.
alright,
So if, like
okay.
if he's hungry, if you get him food, it's great. Like he'll enjoy whatever you give him.
very not picky.
Yeah, I guess I put him under you. Anything you like, he pretty much also enjoys. He likes sauerkraut a
Yeah.
lot though.
Yeah.
It's like a big thing. He's super Polish.
Oh,
Yeah, and I a big bowl of lawn clippings every morning, and then
Cam loves potatoes.
I love potato products, any kind, any
I like
place.
potatoes a lot,
You give me
too.
'em, I'm gonna eat some potato tots right now. I'm not. They're very oily, and I'm gonna feel bad about them afterwards.
Yes, you would.
But yeah, we've probably been on your phone for like a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah, we got like
mostly about food that doesn't
Yeah.
pertain to this,
No,
this interview.
no, dude, it's totally awesome. Like usually, like the first interview we did was with the band I Prevail. I don't know if you've ever listened to them. And like their tour manager only gave us like 5 minutes, which was cool. And then the Super Weeks, they also rambled about food for like 20 minutes, which was pretty cool.
Damn.
Classic move.
But yeah, thank you again so much. I think
course,
that's
dude,
all
thank
my
you.
questions. And you guys gave us a lot of time, which is awesome. So thank you.
Sweet, thank you so much.
And yeah, so I guess just thank you. I can't really
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of any other
thank
way
you
to
so
close it.
much.
But I guess pick up Joy Departed if you haven't listened to it yet. Definitely listen to Sorority Noise. They're awesome.
Yeah, we should all close the doors, and that should be like the sound that goes out too. So it sounds like that, like really getting out of the fan vibe.
Oh yeah, and I'll edit this part so it's like.
No, you should totally keep
Yeah,
this.
Oh,
part.
keep this
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Oh fuck
yeah.
it. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
break
that.
that fourth wall.
So we open the doors, and then
How's
just
this
like
door?
true kind of Friends fashion, I close mine. Oh, my cigarette's still in here.
And then it was just us.
And
How does this door open?
Oh, it's like this kind of recessed handle thing. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that works.